How can you support your father? How do you support him moving forward?
The courtroom buzzed with anticipation, packed with reporters, cameras, and spectators hanging on every moment of Diddy's high-profile trial.
ABC News has learned that a jury is expected to be seated tomorrow in the racketeering and sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs.
A hush fell as the judge signaled the introduction of new evidence, an audio recording. When the judge revealed the voice on the tape belonged to Diddy's son, Christian Combs, a stunned silence gripped the room. Diddy's face drained of color.
And when the judge did, Diddy, who was sitting at the defense table with his attorneys, did not show any signs of emotion. He took a sip of water before he was led out of the courtroom by the U.S. Marshals. Now, his lawyers have vowed to fight this. They are going to be back in court on Wednesday before the judge who will oversee this trial and try to get Diddy to be released.
As the audio played, Christian's voice rang out, detailing private events at Diddy's homes and parties, guests, private flights, and payments for silence. His words implicated Diddy as the orchestrator. Initially, Diddy sat motionless, sipping water and staring at the table, struggling to maintain composure. But as the recording continued, his hands trembled and fury filled his eyes. Then he erupted. Diddy leapt to his feet, shouting and pointing at the speakers. "This is a setup," he roared as his lawyers scrambled to restrain him. "He's my son. These are lies." Gasps echoed through the courtroom. Reporters typed furiously, and the judge pounded the gavel, demanding order. Diddy, unyielding, continued his tirade, accusing betrayal and a frame-up. Finally, U.S. Marshals escorted the once composed music mogul from the room, a shocking spectacle no one anticipated. Outside the courtroom, whispers of Diddy's breakdown spread like wildfire. What was on the audio that struck him so deeply? Sources revealed Christian disclosed details only an inner circle confidant could know. Clandestine conversations, flights arranged for mysterious guests, and hefty cash payments. This wasn't merely a son speaking. It sounded like an insider exposing the machinery behind Diddy's empire. Some speculated Christian provided the audio to dodge legal trouble himself. Others believed he could no longer bear the weight of deception. Regardless, the damage was irreversible.
Hearing before Sean Combs' trial starts, when he walked into federal court today, he appeared to be looking for his family. They've pretty much been at all of the hearings that I've been to, but there was no presence of his sons or his mother or his sister who had previously been at those.
Diddy's legal team scrambled to address his outburst, claiming he was reeling from shock, pain, and a sense of betrayal. One attorney told reporters he's not just facing a trial, he's grappling with his own son turning against him.
Mr. Combs feels A, he's innocent, which is why he's not going to plead guilty. B, he's going to be truthful about this case because he wants to portray that to the people who have loved him his whole life. And I think he also feels an obligation to people in general. Maybe it's black people, maybe it's white people, maybe it's anybody who's ever felt aggrieved and targeted by the government. He feels an obligation to those people to say, you know what, maybe I can break the model. Maybe I can show the world that a black man can win, in federal court. And I think he probably is the only person I know of who might be able to actually accomplish.
Social media erupted with hashtags like Diddy Breakdown and hashtag Christian Speaks trending. Fans were divided. Some praised Christian's courage for exposing the truth, while others branded him a traitor for betraying his father. One fan said, "I'm glad this kid spoke, and he needs to speak the truth for everyone who has been victimized by Diddy for the fact that his mother was probably unalive by his father, and he probably suspect that and loved his mother. So they need to think about that. And because how can you live with yourself if you know the things he's done and people have come forward and said it, he's done terrible things, and all the people involved need to be responsible for the pain and the suffering they have caused people. This is disgusting. The world has no place for people who harm people, and especially children, and we know he's harmed children." Another person said, "Unresolved sins of the father are passed down to the kids. I don't know why it works that way every time. My bio dad was a criminal and dumped all his issues on me and my other siblings. He lived in evil. Karma always comes around in God's time, not ours." Christian remained silent, but insiders hinted this was only the beginning. More audio, additional evidence, and perhaps other family members may yet surface in this escalating trial. What began as a case about wealth and fame has morphed into a raw, personal rift between father and son. Diddy, once untouchable with fame, power, and respect, now faces betrayal from those who fueled his ascent. His courtroom outburst revealed a man unraveling under pressure. Legal observers warned this loss of composure could further jeopardize his case, as judges frown upon defendants who disrupt proceedings. All eyes now turn to Christian. Will he testify next? Will he reveal more about the secrets hidden behind closed doors? And can Diddy regain his composure before it's too late, one truth stands out. When that audio played, Diddy didn't just hear his son's voice. He heard the collapse of his empire. In that raw moment, before a stunned courtroom, he shattered. The trial is far from over, but the world has glimpsed a Diddy forever altered. A father betrayed, a son breaking silence, and a courtroom spectacle etched in memory.